All right, in this video, I'm going to go over installing the Google Tag Manager. And the Google Tag Manager is mainly used to make it to where you can have scripts on your site and tracking codes across your site. Everything from Google Analytics to Facebook remarketing pixels, Facebook conversion pixels. Well, actually now all the Facebook pixel is just one pixel, so we'll be installing that as well. I'll show you the plugin that we're using to make this happen. And first thing I'm going to do is go over to tagmanager.google.com. If you have not been there, go ahead and sign up for an account. It's free. And then you're going to go and you're going to create an account, and then you're going to add what's known as a container. Now, I have multiple websites and multiple containers, so I'm going to go ahead and pop in. I'm actually recording this video because I'm adding this to a new site here, and I'm going to go through that process. You just choose the type of containers, web, you hit create, and then it's going to spit out a code. Normally you would have to figure out how to mess with your website to make that code work, but what I want you to do is just go to the top next to the container name, which I always name as the website name. You'll see a code in blue, and I highlight that code and copy it. Copy the text off that. It's usually this code is like a GTM dash and a few other characters. You're going to go back to your WordPress admin, and you're going to go to plugins, install plugins. And I'm just checking to see if I have the Google Tag Manager for WordPress installed. I do. So I'm going to hit activate on that. I realize I'm going through this very quickly and that you're probably going to have to pause the video if you want to follow along, but that's the magic of video. You can pause, rewind, and fast forward. Now that I have that installed or activated, what I'm going to go is to settings and to Google Tag Manager, and I'm going to paste in my Google Tag Manager ID. I choose the codeless injection for the placement. It's never broken any of my sites, and it's worked really well for me. You could alternatively use footer or custom, but codeless seems to work. I hit save. The Google Tag Manager is now installed. Now what we're going to do is go to our analytics account. I've logged into my analytics account, and I'm going to go to admin at the top, and I'm going to add a property. And I realize right now you guys aren't seeing my screen because, quite frankly, I don't want you to see all of my websites and all my business. You know what I mean? So I'm going to add a property. Go create new property. There's 3 columns that I'm looking at. Account, property, and view. So I create new property, and you enter the website name there. And the website URL. Set your time zone. You can choose your industry if you like. And then hit get tracking ID. Now, at the very top, you're going to see another code. See, you see a trend here. There's all these codes, and before, without WordPress and the Google Tag Manager plugin, you'd have to figure out how to get all these codes on your site, and it was all kind of problems. You're going to copy the tracking ID. You're going to need that, and we're going to go back over to Google Tag Manager, and we're going to add a tag to our new container. So I'm going to hit new tag, and then at the top you see a lot of different types of tags you can add. We're going to hit Google Analytics, and we're going to choose the Universal Analytics, and we're going to paste in our tracking ID. Hit continue. We want this to fire on all pages. We're going to hit create tag, and I'm going to name this Google Universal Analytics. Hit save. Now, final step, make sure you hit publish or it's not going to go live. Hit publish, publish now. So done with that step. Now we got analytics. Now the other two things that I usually do right off the bat is if I'm running AdWords, I want to get my AdWords conversion tracking code. So I'm going to go over to my AdWords account. I'm going to go under tools. I'm going to go conversions. And I'm going to add a conversion here. And I'm going to call this is a website conversion. And I'm going to call it sale. If your value is the same every single time you want to enter this, I don't assign a value unless it's going to be the same every time. I think for this website I actually have a value of $12.50 per sale or something. I don't even know. I'll come back to that. Hit done. Actually, I'm going to do 13. Okay, so we've got that. We've got the conversion window. We'll take a look at that. 30 days is fine. I like it as big as possible to capture as many conversions as possible so I know what I'm working with. Category, purchase or sale, done. Including conversions, yes, and save and continue. And you're going to want to copy this code to a text pad because we're going to need some of that information when we go back to Google Tag Manager to pop it in. So I'm just putting this over here to the side, and we're going to go back to Google Tag Manager, add a new tag. This time we're choosing Google AdWords, and we're choosing the tag type conversion tracking. It's asking me for my conversion ID, and all that code that I pasted to a text pad, I'm just going to copy my conversion ID over. And also conversion label, copying that over. Conversion value, 13. Currency code, US dollars. Hit continue. Now this is important. We don't want to fire this on all pages, clearly. So what we're going to do, well, number one, I'm going to go and change the name of this to AdWords sale conversion. We're going to fire this on some pages, and I'm going to choose new. And for my trigger here, is on a thank you page. And I'm just going to say that it contains, because with WooCommerce, if you are using lead sites and you bolt on WooCommerce and everything, you're going to want it to do something like this. Checkout / order - received. Okay. Hit save. I'm going to hit create tag. And remember, I got to hit publish. Publish now. And now, let's go over to Facebook ads and get our pixel code. So go over to Facebook, to my Facebook ads manager. Actually, it's already opening over here. So what we're going to do is go to tools, pixels, and let's see here. Actions, view pixel code. You're going to copy the pixel code. And you're going to go back over to Google Tag Manager. This time we're going to do another new tag, but because it's Google and, you know, Facebook competitor or whatever, they don't show Facebook any love with helping with the integration, but I'm going to show you how to do it. Facebook pixel is what I'm naming this. It's a custom HTML tag. We're going to paste that in. There's only one funky thing you got to do. I'm going to fire it on all pages, but I need to go back to configure the tag. Under advanced settings, you want to change the tag firing options to once per page instead of once per event, and hit continue. I want it on all pages. I'm going to hit create tag, and again hit publish. Now, next step you need to do is to go to your page in Chrome, and there's a couple tools we're going to use. First one is the Chrome Facebook Pixel helper. Okay, I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's right here, FB Pixel Helper. You want to install that on your Chrome browser. When you do, you'll have a little thing in the corner like this. That's actually the tag assistant, and this is what you want. It's going to look like this. Now go back. Once you install that, another very similar thing is the tag assistant. Tag assistant. Google Tag Assistant, add that to Chrome. You have both of those loaded, so when you go to your page, it's going to verify that all your tags and your scripts are, in fact, installed correctly. So you want to make sure you do that. And you are done now with the following. You've installed Tag Manager, you've installed Google Analytics, you've installed AdWords tracking, you've installed your Facebook Pixel, and you verified it through these tools I showed you. One more thing you're going to want to do, and I'm not going to do this right now, but in Facebook, under conversions, you want to define the conversion page, similar to what I did with the thank you page on the AdWords. I'm going to define a sale for this particular website, and I'm going to enter the URL or the hyperlink of the thank you page there to define that as a conversion. Once you've done that, you're ready to rock.